Okay, so a huge shift is coming to Ghana's internet. A new law is about to change the digital address for pretty much every business in the country, moving from a .com to a .gh. Let's break down exactly what this mandate means for you. So let me ask you a quick question. Think about your company's website or your official email address. Does it end in .com or maybe .org? For years, that's just been the default for so many of us, right? Well, that default is about to change. Big time. Because under this new law, if you operate in Ghana, your official digital address is going to have to end in .gh. And yeah, this isn't some friendly suggestion. It's a full-on mandate. So what's the deal with this great .gh switch? You can think of it as a foundational move to organize, secure, and really claim Ghana's own piece of the internet. It's like planting a flag online and creating an official, national digital identity for the whole country. And right at the heart of this change is a brand new authority, the Ghana Domain Name Registry. The easiest way to wrap your head around it is to think of it like a national land registry. But instead of plots of land, it manages websites. It's the one official body in charge of every single address that ends in .gh. But this registry's job goes way beyond just enforcing a new rule. Its goals are much bigger. We're talking about properly regulating the .gh space, making sure domain sellers are licensed and legitimate, and, this is a big one, bringing Ghana's digital infrastructure up to speed with global best practices. It's all about making it more secure for everybody. Okay, so who's actually calling the shots in this new and pretty powerful organization? Well, the way it's structured is designed to bring a lot of different experts to the table. Take a look at this. The governing board is a real mix of people. And that's on purpose. It's not just a bunch of government officials. You've got folks from law enforcement, the tech community, universities, and legal experts. This kind of diversity makes sure that decisions are being made with a whole range of expertise in mind. All right, so we know who's in charge, but what are the new rules of the game? How is this whole system actually going to work day to day, especially when it comes to who you buy from and how you're kept safe online? So this is a big one. The days of just anyone setting up shop to sell domains in Ghana, yeah, those are over. To operate as a registrar now, you're going to need an official license from the registry. It formalizes the whole process and adds a crucial layer of accountability. And check this out. This is a major security upgrade for everyone. The law creates a DNS Security Operations Center. Basically, it's a national digital watchdog, constantly monitoring all .gh web traffic for threats like phishing and hacking. It coordinates the response to keep everything from government sites to your company's new website safe. Okay, let's get down to it. This is the part that you really need to pay attention to because it directly affects you and your business. We've talked about the what and the why, so now let's get into what you actually have to do. All right, remember this number, 6. Once this act officially kicks in, every company that's affected will have just 6 months to make the switch to a .gh domain. 6 months is not a lot of time, so planning really needs to start like yesterday. So who exactly needs to do this? The rule is really broad. Basically, any entity that's legally registered or just operating in Ghana. And this covers your website and your official company emails. The exemptions are super narrow, mainly for big multinational companies whose digital stuff is governed by foreign laws and who are specifically targeting people in Ghana. Now, with any new mandate like this, you always have two big questions, right? What happens if I don't comply, and what happens if I think there's a problem? So let's talk about the sticks and the safety nets. And let me tell you, the penalties for not complying are serious. For a company, we're talking about some hefty annual fines, potentially getting your business license suspended, and you could even be barred from public contracts for up to 2 years. And here's the kicker. Directors can be held personally liable with their own separate fines. That'll definitely get your attention. But hey, it's not all about punishment. The law also sets up a really clear 4-step process for handling disputes. If you have a problem, you can file it with a special committee. They investigate, and they have to give you a decision within 30 days. And if you're still not happy, you can appeal it all the way to the High Court. So there's a fair system in place for everyone. So finally, let's just zoom out for a second. This whole thing isn't just about administrative rules and red tape. This mandate is actually part of a much bigger vision for Ghana's digital future, one that's all about building a stronger and more self-sufficient digital economy. A portion of all those fees from the new domain registrations will go into a special fund. This creates a really smart, self-sustaining cycle.
The money gets reinvested directly into growing the whole digital ecosystem, funding projects to help small businesses get online, building up internet infrastructure, and supporting the local tech community.
Which brings us to the big question at the end of all this. This .gh mandate is a bold move. It's a bet that creating a unified, secure national domain is a critical piece of the puzzle for unlocking Ghana's full digital potential. So what do you think? Is this the key?